If you're a dad, you know what it's like to be on autopilot. Driving to work, you get there, and most days you don't even remember the commute. Have you ever wondered why this happens or how to control it? Let's discuss 3 concepts that'll help you master this unique ability. What's up, fellas? This is Vidal here with Dad Consulting, where we specialize in helping dads achieve success in family, finance, and business. Today, we're talking about mindset. Every dad I work with wants success in all 3 of these categories of family, finance, and business, but there's one key component that can make or break all of this, and that is your mindset. And if you want to improve your mindset, then it's important to learn how the mind actually works. Have you ever given someone advice and they do what you tell them to do? They get these great results. They tell you how grateful they are for your advice, but then 2 weeks later, they're right back where they started. And you're left wondering, what the heck? I thought he or she had changed after I gave the advice. Have you ever tried to lose weight through dieting? I'm gonna go on that keto, bro. It sucks at first until you see some results, then you're pumped about it, telling everyone about keto and how much weight you lost. Then like a month later, you get caught eating the double-double from In-N-Out, and no, it's not protein style. You go back to your old habits and you conform again. Don't feel bad, this is everybody. We've all been there, but the question is, how do you actually change this? If we're being honest, even though this is a common thing, it's not exactly something you want to be known for. As an alpha dad, you want to stick to your word. If you say you're gonna do something, and you gotta follow through. Now, what I'm about to share with you is something I learned from a guy named Bruce Lipton. You can look him up on YouTube. He and another guy named Joe Dispenza have similar teachings and talks on these concepts. So let's get into it. So concept number 1, conscious versus subconscious. For a long time, it was believed that we only use 10% of our brain. Movies like Limitless with Bradley Cooper would point out that if you could unlock your brain's full potential, you can do anything. Well, even though I agree with the idea that you can do anything you set your mind to, this science is not that good. Over the past decade, they've made some real strides in studying the brain, and they've concluded that we actually do use 100% of our brain. If we didn't, that 90% we supposedly don't use would be dead tissue with no activity. The catch is that our brain is divided into 2 parts, the conscious and the subconscious. And the percentage division comes down to 5% for the conscious and 95% for the subconscious. So what does this mean? It means that most of the time you're on autopilot. If you think about how much work your brain actually has to do to control all of your functions without you having to be consciously aware of it, from the very breath you're taking right now to the hand gestures you use when you speak. Think about how it has to stay on while you sleep to regulate your blood flow, breathing, temperature, and it gives your conscious mind a break by letting it go to sleep. Your brain is literally a supercomputer that's full of programs that run all the time. A lot of these programs are displayed by the habits we form and carry out. So the question is, how do these programs get put in? This brings us to concept number 2. Environment is key. Your environment literally provides you with all of these programs that turn into habits and foster deep-rooted beliefs within you, especially in the first 7 years of life. Think about how many programs you download as a kid. All of the manners, behaviors, and beliefs that you download from your parents. When my son was 1, he would grab my phone and put it to his ear and start babbling away as if he was talking to someone on the phone. I never taught him that. Neither did my wife. But yet he probably witnessed us doing that once or twice and it stuck. Program downloaded. If you want to get healthy and eat right, you surround yourself with people that want to get healthy and eat right. The environment that you put yourself in, whether you realize it or not, exposes you to programs that get written into your subconscious, and then you start acting it out without even thinking. Right now, during this whole COVID thing, I have family members that all they do is watch the news almost all day long. They are the most fearful and worried about everything going on right now. And while I agree that it's good to stay informed, it's not good to be consumed by negativity all day long, because it will affect you subconsciously and you'll always be stressed and fearful. Fear literally lowers your immune system. So why would you put yourself in an environment that causes fear during a time when you should be working on improving your immune system? Be mindful of the environments you place yourself in. If your subconscious controls the majority of your brain, then focus on getting good programs put in by putting yourself in environments that provide for that. Now, before we get into concept number 3, no matter how mindful you become of the environments around you, most people always use the excuse of not having enough time and always being in a rush. So I want to help you eliminate this excuse by helping you get your time back. I want you to have this free gift for joining me today. It's called the Get Your Time Back Challenge, a simple 3-page guide that will make you feel like you got 25 hours in a day. Just go to alphadadconsulting.com/time to claim your free gift. Link is also in the description below. So let's get into concept number 3. Be conscious of self-talk. A lot of the bad programs that get downloaded into our brain cause us to have negative self-talk. My first public speaking experience was in 4th grade, running for vice president. My teacher prepped me for weeks, had my big index cards ready to go. The day came, I went up and ended up cracking up so bad, like a little kid with nervous giggles. I read every single word on those cards while laughing hysterically in front of the whole school. Everyone laughed at me, and I think even some with me. I was embarrassed, and my self-talk was, nope, never speaking in public ever again. That became my self-talk, and it became my fundamental belief that I was not a good public speaker. Yet when I turned 14, I started rapping, and I knew I wanted to pursue that passion, so I needed to get comfortable speaking in public. Had to change my self-talk. I ended up joining a rap group and performed in front of thousands of people over the course of the next 7 years. Then I worked for a tech company for 10 years where my sole job was to teach public classes every single day, 8 hours a day. I'm not sharing this to brag, but to prove a point that if you're conscious of your self-talk, you can start telling yourself something different. Turn it into a newfound belief and let it become a new good habit. So that's gonna wrap it up for today. And I have a question for you guys. What's one program or belief that you'd like to rewrite or change in your life? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like, share, subscribe, and notification bell so you don't miss a new video. Stay tuned for more as we release a video every Tuesday at 7:30 a.m. Pacific. All right, my fellow Alpha Dad, this is Vidal. I'm out. I'll catch you on the next one.